Warning. This video contains nicotine consumption and sometimes tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical and tobacco may cause gum disease or tooth loss. Please, do not try this at home. Today, we have a showdown, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're comparing. Actually, we're not comparing. That's not right. Today, we're gonna see which one is. Well, that's actually not. I'm not gonna see which one's better, but we're basically gonna be trying the Swedish version of an American product that we've known and loved. Not me, personally, because I hate it, to be honest. But many of you have known and loved for many, many years. Let's get right into it. Is that good? Right. Now, many of y'all know that probably the most popular dip in America is Copenhagen Long Cut Original, right? Fiberboard bottom, looking like cardboard. People like it, man. It's just like, it's the original. It's kind of the original since 1822. Everybody's talked about it. That and Copenhagen Snuff. Copenhagen Original and Copenhagen Snuff. Those two right there. This chair, man. Gosh dang it, dude. It's like freaking chair. Yeah. Those two classic American dips are very, very popular. Well, if you guys actually look at another country where this moist snuff market is very big, that is Sweden. And they have a few products that compare to these. And I just happen to have one of them today, and we're gonna be trying that out. I like to call it Swedish Copenhagen. Today, we are doing General Classic Loose Extra Strong, ladies and gentlemen. Extra strong. If you look, what in the how unprofessional? Oh, it's Mom. She wants to know if we need new diapers.
Don't forget the rash cream.
Don't forget the rash cream. Anything else? If you guys look here, the strength on this guy is all the way up to 4. Swedish Match does this strength, this little strength counter. So can actually came a little bit damaged. It's got some dents in it and things like that nature, but not too bad. So if you guys look at this can just in compared to Copenhagen, there is a fiberboard bottom here. It's just white right there, and then it's got the gold on the top. Gold in a can, ladies and gentlemen. Now this is a loose snus. This is not American dip by any means. This is a loose snus, so it's very, very different from, American tobacco. Let's go ahead and crack her open here and see what she looks like inside. It's been a long time since I've had General and loose snus. It's been a while since I've had loose snus in general. God. Oh. Just unsubscribe now, God. But I have never had the extra strong, so we're going to try that today. This stuff right here, you're gonna look at this stuff and you're gonna be like, what in the world, man? What in the world? It's a very muddy texture, as you guys can see, but this is loose snus for you, man. This is loose snus. God. Now, the reason I call General Swedish Copenhagen rather than certain companies like Etten or Scroof or I don't know, I can't think of any right now, is because General is very, very popular, and Swedish Match is the biggest company over there, and this is their #1 brand, so might as well say this is basically Swedish Copenhagen. Now they also have the portion version, but I'm not gonna be doing that. This is the General Original, just the portion version. The strength is about half. They also have just the original, just regular, not the extra strong, but just like the regular General, which I guess would be more comparative to Copenhagen, but I've never had the extra strong, so I figured we would try that today. Now, you can't just go in here, now you can, but like that right there is called a hillbilly pinch, all right? It's very clay-like. I'll go ahead and put a little bit in my hand here. So this stuff is very muddy texture, sticks to your fingers kind of like that. That's the one thing about Swedish snus that a lot of actually Swedes and stuff have told me before, that's why they actually prefer American dip, just because of the simplicity of pinching it. It's not as dirty. And this stuff doesn't have to be dirty. I've just heard a few people say that to me before. And then it's a little bit different from what they can get over in their country as well. Now there's a few different ways that you can pack this stuff. It's not one of these, man. This is an American thing. You can't really do this because it being so clay-like and muddy, it doesn't even pack at all. So with Swedish snus, they call it Bacon Aprilla. So you don't have to bake a Perilla. You could just do what I usually do and just hillbilly pinch the son of a dick. You get you a nice pinch in there, and then you just throw it in the upper lip. But since you guys are here, might as well show you how to bake a Perilla in like a couple seconds. Or I don't know, just a few minutes or something, I don't know. I don't know why I still have sunglasses on, I apologize. Look into my eyes, what do you see? Rainbows. The hell? Why would I like... Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. So get you the amount of snooze you want and put it in your palm like this. I'm gonna do a fat one. I'm American, so I'm gonna do it fat like, right? So you've got all this, you know, snooze in your hand. Just like that, right? Now I've noticed before with like Swedish match stuff, their cut is very different and it's really easy to work with. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna start pressing this stuff together to make a little ball. That's what baking a Perilla is, man. And this is what, you know, a lot of people, that's why a lot of people do portions rather than loose, because loose snooze, which is like our long cut or fine cut or anything like that, and their portions are like our pouches over here. Very, very similarities, but you notice how it's already getting into a ball and it's sticking together perfectly? You know, but your hand gets very dirty and you're just making a mess all over the place. So that's why a lot of people will try to go with American dip more. It's, you know, you just got to go in there and do this. That's why when I usually do snooze, I just hillbilly pinch the dang thing. But we're going to go ahead and bake us a nice Perilla in here. Yeah, we got it all nice and tight like. That's a pretty good one right there. Now, I'm not just going to throw this whole ball up in there. I'm going to form it to what I feel like is gonna be okay with my lip, because it does take a little bit to break down in your lip and it's gonna be a little painful at first, especially with this having, you know, extra nicotine and stuff. I feel like there might be a little bit of a burn. So I'm gonna basically make a little football like that. It's a little fat, but let's go ahead and throw that in the upper lip, because with snooze, remember, it's pasteurized. You do not have to spit with it, okay? It is not dangerous to swallow your spit with snooze. The reason you put it in your upper lip, one, I guess it's closer to your brain, but I guess a professional would probably tell you because you don't produce as much saliva up there, so it doesn't get very muddy like it would on your bottom lip. Let's go ahead and throw it up there. Now, you might be thinking, Outlaw, you look like a freaking idiot, dude. What's wrong with you? Well, I have to tell you, I always look like a freaking idiot, so what's wrong with you? Now, here's the thing, man. I made a big old freaking mess. What am I gonna do? I do not know, but we're gonna go ahead and clean this up. Guys, you're looking at me right now and you're saying your lip looks freaking huge, bro. Oh my gosh. It'll settle down, You just gotta give it some freaking time. But the very first thing, oh, makes me wanna pick my nose. Feels weird though. But the first thing I notice whenever I put it in my lip is the saltiness. Now, that's what I do like about General. And I have not had this loose or this extra strong yet, but some say the flavor is different, says that it's more of a tobacco taste, more of a earthy taste than the original. Maybe not as much bergamot and tea flavor like the original has. This extra strong one is just more tobacco-y and earthy. Now, when you say earthy, when I say earthy at least, I mean, hey man, it tastes like mud. It tastes like dirt. But not in a bad way. The mixture, you know, tobacco does derive from dirt. It does come out of the dirt. So you get a little bit of that in there. You get a little bit of saltiness. And it also, they say that it tastes like hay and tea and certain things like that. I get a little bit of a tea bag taste in there. Yeah, you know, used to be a horse in my past life, so I could see how it tastes like hay. What kind of human knows what hay tastes like? You freaking Swedes are weird, dude. What the hell? Just play it, man. And actually, I'm not kidding, because they also say it tastes like leather, so there's some weird stuff going on in Sweden, too, man. You freaking weird BDSM, OLMNOPs, QRSs, TVs. Now, the nicotine levels in this whole can, I do not know exactly what it is. I haven't really done any research on it, but I have heard, wow. I turned my phone off and now my computer's being stupid. Shut up! Oh, it's Mom. She said she got the cream.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But what I do know is this classic loose extra strong is 60% more nicotine than their original product. So that's quite a lot more. Now, I am loving this stuff right now. And if you can, I don't know if you can kind of tell, probably not because of my mustache, but my lip is going down a little bit and I'm getting a little bit of a burn and I'm getting a little bit of a head rush back here because of that nicotine. But the taste of this stuff is very, very good. And I did a very good job baking that Perilla because it's not moving around my mouth whatsoever. But I'm a seasoned American dipper. So when I hillbilly pinch it and just put it in, I can form it around to kind of how I want it. Sometimes I don't do that when I'm not working with something other than General. General, I think it's because Swedish Match makes it, and I've heard this from a few other people and in doing my research. Swedish Match makes a really good cut where it's really easy to work with and it's really good for beginners. Some other snoozes that I've worked with before, I actually remember Scruff. I think it's how you say it, S-K-R-U-F, Scruff. I used to really like that stuff because of the saltiness flavor. I don't remember which one I had, but one of them that they gave me, it was very hard to make Aprilla, and it didn't stay together very well. I tried that when I was a lot younger and when I was first trying to get into snus. Etton's not too bad. I personally think, in my opinion, I like the loose when it comes to snus. Ha! Call me Eminem, dude. Eat your heart out, boy. I feel like with loose, you feel the nicotine faster. It's a little bit better, and you feel that flavor in there. The dark, earthy tobacco taste that you like, that you don't normally get in a lot of American dips, you get with snus just because of the way it's made and the way it's pasteurized. The way I can compare this and why I call this Swedish Copenhagen, but there is obviously many differences. American dip like Copenhagen, when you put it in, the act of spitting is very important with American dip. You suck the juice out because of the flavoring that's put into it, and you spit. Snus, it's not about the spitting experience at all. There's no spitting that needs to happen because it's manufactured differently. With snus, it's all about just letting it sit in your lip, getting a little bit hints of flavor every once in a while. It's very much like whiskey or something like that, smelling it and just kind of getting the aroma of the snus rather than the oral fixation of the taste and spitting. That's the main difference between American dip and Swedish snus when it comes to loose. But I personally really like loose. That's why I didn't do the portions today. I did the loose to compare it to Copenhagen because this stuff is basically Swedish Copenhagen with the fiberboard bottom, the same color on the top and very similar taste. It's got that saltiness. Back in the day when I used to do dip Cope Original, Cope Long Cut, I used to call it the salty goods. The salty goods, because there's that saltiness that you like in there and that very earthy tobacco taste. So, General, I'm calling it right now. Right here, it's the Swedish Copenhagen, baby. And to be honest with you, this stuff, I am very impressed with it. The way that it packs together is amazing. Now, I have not tried, I'm not an expert by any means, probably a lot more than other people on loose snus, just because I'm not Swedish. Actually, I think I definitely have some Swedish in me, man. I mean, look at my freaking hair, bro. Damn, this stuff is freaking good.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, man. I'm being honest with y'all right now. It's really freaking good, man. I really do like this stuff. I don't remember what I was saying a second ago, but I just know this stuff is really good. And I have heard of people switching from Copenhagen to General or certain other snus products like that because, obviously snus products do say that it is safer than the fermented tobacco in America because this stuff is pasteurized, it's steam cured, so it's a little bit safer, they say. We can get into those semantics and all that kind of stuff later. Also, I wanted to bring this up since we are talking about General. Swedish Match does a lot of, I don't know if I would call it lobbying. I guess you could kind of call it lobbying, but they do a lot of work with the FDA and they stay very close with the FDA as far as getting their products out there to know that they are safer than cigarettes. And the FDA doesn't like to say that. That's why on every can you say, warning, smokeless tobacco is addictive on here. This is because this is actually an American version that they sell in America. They distribute in America. General can still do that. They actually cannot do the loose anymore, apparently. I don't know what's up with that. Just a lot of weird FDA rules. I know how it goes because I have my own freaking company. I'm like, but Swedish Match with their General product, I believe is the first ever company for the FDA to come out and say that this stuff right here is not 100% safe, but it is a safer alternative to cigarettes. So that's the first company I know that's been able to do it. I don't know what kind of hoops and loops they had to jump through to do that and the kind of lobbying and the people they had to pay off and all this weird stuff going on behind the scenes. But I believe that is the first company to do that, so it's making a step in the right direction. Because we all know that this stuff is safer than smoking cigarettes, no matter what the FDA tells you. Frickin' FDA. To be honest with you guys right now, I do like a lot of Nicky in my dicky, right? I do like a lot of that. Sometimes it's a little overpowering with certain products like Siberia. That's why within Outlaw Dip, we give you more nicotine that's in any other dip product out there. A lot of people with our older product was like, I didn't really feel the nicotine and stuff like that, so we upped the levels a little bit for you guys, and eventually we'll probably come out with a nicotine free because I know a lot of people don't like that, but I really do like the higher nicotine, which is why we did it with the Outlaw Dip. So this stuff being the extra strong, I think I would actually prefer this over the original because I just like the way it makes me feel, and it depends on how big of a Prilla you did. I did a pretty decent one. I think this is a you know, a little above average size. So I really dig it, man. And this is probably one of my favorite looses I've ever tried. I have not tried this one yet, so it's a first for me, man, which is rare. All right, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed that review on Swedish Loose Extra, Swedish Snus Extra Strong. General Loose Extra Strong. I call it the Swedish Copenhagen. You may say I'm a liar and some other company is, but I would say this is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, if you ain't yet, hit that subscribe button and please slap that bell and turn notifications on so every time I upload, you are notified. You know, I usually say elbow drop that, but I want you to leg drop the son of a dick like Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18, boy. Did I say what? To leg drop? Leg drop the like button. Leg drop the like button. Well, I'll try to say that 10 times fast. Leg drop the like button. Leg drop the like button. Leg drop the like button for me because it really does help push these videos out to more people that want to see stuff like this. And if you guys do continue to like this content, make sure to let me know in the comments below. And if you guys want me to try more snooze, let me know down there. We'll see y'all on the snooze side, y'all. And always remember, no matter what you're doing, keep it Western and keep it frickin' hillbilly. Actually, you know what? This one, keep it Swedish Billy. Yeah, that's right. Where's all my Swedish hillbillies at? Let me know. Send me a picture of you on Farmers Only or something like that. I appreciate it. Holler!
Keep it frickin' hillbilly, this is what I say. In every single way, I live it every single day. Judging from my looks, you say that I'm a hick. You think that I get mad, but now this is my shtick. Boots on, camouflage, Copenhagen deal.